Awesome, Steve. Thank you so much for that interview. It's always great to hear about Outshifted by Cisco, but we're going to switch gears a little bit to my favorite topic, and that's collaboration. And I have a very special guest here with me, Anurag, who is our Senior Vice President and CTO of Cisco Collaboration. Anurag, how are you today?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, my pleasure. It's an honor. You've walked around. There is quite a lot of WebEx on the show floor as well, but how has the conference been for you so far?
So far, so good. I got a chance to meet with a number of customers and partners here, and of course, Cisco employees. It's been great. The energy is very palpable, and the whole show floor is buzzing, so I'm very happy to be here.
I love that, I like the energy. AI is the buzzword, right? We talked about it, opening keynote. If we think about generative AI, right, what does it basically mean for WebEx, right? What are the benefits to users, and how does it actually improve the system?
Right. So I think AI has been a buzzword, but I think this year AI is going to become real for people. And you will see a lot of cool stuff showing up in our products that will help you become more productive, but also fundamentally improve the experience for people. So, we are very focused on delivering a great experience with audio and video, and we are applying generative AI to take that one notch up. And also on the productivity side, with capabilities like the ability to summarize text, generate insights out of meetings, those are fundamentally going to change how people operate. And in fact, there's an innovation talk coming up very soon by Javed Khan. He's going to talk a little bit more about that, and he's going to show some demos as well, so I encourage everyone to tune in and watch that session.
I think we saw some really cool demos already during the opening keynote, and I think what I love the most is kind of that moment where we all get a package when we work from home,
right.
And you can just go away and it will recap the meeting for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. I think that's something I'm going to use quite a bit probably.
Absolutely.
If we shift a little bit, and if we think about the landscape collaboration today, there are many vendors, and we had Snora there before, and he talked that it's important to connect with our partners because I think companies have 2 or 3 meeting platforms that they use, and basically Cisco is in the middle there that can do all of them.
Right.
But what is WebEx as an application? What makes it different compared to our competitors?
Yeah, so again, I'll talk about how AI is different, our approach to AI is different. So when you think about the industry over the last year or so, has been very enamored with tools like ChatGPT. So everyone's talking about what can you do with text and natural language-based interactions, and large language models, which is the underlying AI technology, is very good in terms of working with text. But when you think about how we communicate with each other, text is only a small part of how we communicate. Emails, chat, maybe texting, LLMs are great. But what about all the audio and video? When I'm speaking to you, I'm very, very I talk with my hands. The gestures, the reactions, the tone of my voice, there's a lot of context that is outside of the text modality. And so our approach is that we want to capture all of that as well. So we've launched industry's very first real-time media models that extract context out of audio and video. And when you can combine that with large language models, then you can deliver amazing experiences. So that's how our approach is very different. We're solving unique problems for collaboration and productivity, but we're doing that by completely looking at the holistic approach.
I love that, the complete holistic approach. That's the main differentiator for WebEx. You mentioned as well that during your time at Cisco Live, you've met with customers, you've probably met with partners as well. What are you hearing from them? What are they excited about?
Yeah, so a lot of the capabilities that are going to become generally available this week, in fact, the AI capabilities, we've been in beta with many customers and partners for last couple of months, and we are overwhelmingly getting positive feedback. People are in fact starting to change the way they work. Now that you have meeting summaries available after a meeting, the ability to extract insights out of your conversations with people is really giving a productivity boost. And we are starting to now hear comments from our customers that it's starting to change the way they approach their workday. And in fact, I run a global team, and there is no way for me to be in all the meetings all the time, and I rely on these tools to catch up very, very quickly. And so I think it's going to fundamentally change this year, deliver value, and you'll see a real change in how people operate.
I think one of the features that I use quite a lot as well in my personal time at Cisco, because I work at Cisco as well, is just that kind of recommended messages on top, right? You come back, I think I have still now 35 pings to go, and just being able to click on that button and see the most important ones, and basically that's also probably using AI to understand what is important, and it looks at my reporting line and all of these things. What is happening on the devices front? How are we incorporating AI there?
Yeah, so there is a lot of AI shipping already in our devices. For example, I'm sure you've experienced the awesome noise removal capability that we have that truly blocks out all noise and everyone on the other side can only hear you and crystal clear voice from you. We also have capabilities like background replacement or background blurring. We have gesture recognition. So we've been shipping these things. We have a little bit of track record here. What you can look forward to is what we call cinematic experience. And Snorre probably touched upon this. When you think about the experience of people who are in the conference room versus those who are dialing remotely, they are not on equal footing. If you are remote and you're not in the room, you're getting like this today, the experience that you get like this one small video pane that might have 4 or 5 people in it, and you really can't tell how they're reacting to anything. And so we are really going to apply AI now to expand that conference room viewpoint for everyone who's outside of it and deliver a movie-like experience where everyone gets a unique perspective of whatever is happening in the room. And so you feel like you're right there, and that distance disappears from you and your colleagues who are in a different location.
Yeah, so if you're at a conference, actually, make sure to check it out because there is a WebEx cinematic experience here as well. What I want to touch upon as well is that there is a hologram demo I saw. What's that?
Yeah, so hologram is this idea that you want to feel like you're there, and we are able to do that with an amazing light field capture technology with multiple cameras, and so the capture device is amazing in the sense that it captures multiple angles of the person, creates a 3D image of that, transmits that over the network, and on the other side it feels like you and I are in the same place. And then if you wanted to collaborate around objects, for example, a design scenario where we want to design something that is a real object, that object can feel like it's right there and we can both touch and feel and collaborate on that. So it's amazing technology that really takes it one step further up from flat 2D experience that people have been used to.
And that seems quite a business case, right? But also in the keynote yesterday, we've seen spatial computing.
Yes.
Apple Vision Pro, have you tried it?
I have tried it. Of course, my team.
I'm so jealous.
my team built the app, so we were fortunate enough to have access to that technology early on. It is amazing. Like Jeetu said, this is a transformational device, and I'm very excited about the possibility that it opens. And anyone who has access to Vision Pro, go and try out our WebEx app. You will be amazed at how great the experience is.
And how do you see spatial computing playing out in the next couple of months, years? Because I think the technology landscape is going faster than ever, and if we looked at WebEx last year versus now, there's just so much innovation. And there is so much more to come, as G2 said as well. So, what's going to happen?
Yeah, so I think what Apple has done is really taken the wearable market one step further than what everybody else has been doing. And I think they've finally applied certain principles that make it usable in a real sense. And I think that is going to lower the barrier for people to adopt this technology. And then the ability to really mix the real world with the virtual world that the Apple Vision Pro opens up, I think that is going to be key for adoption. And with adoption comes all sorts of great experiences that we haven't even imagined in the past. So I'm very excited about the future. We are there on day one and we'll continue to invest in that area.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to bring, and basically maybe I might bump into you in one of our offices with one of those headsets on. So that's great. As you said, our collaboration portfolio I think is stronger than ever, and it's just amazing because I think I use it every day. You use it every day at Cisco, as do our many colleagues, and it's just great to see these new AI capabilities coming up, and how WebEx and collaboration can improve your employees' experience, especially AI. That's what Javed is going to talk about in Innovation Talk that is just going to come up. But before we go there, let's just remind you that we're still here for you. We still want to hear from you. This is Cisco Live Amsterdam 2024. Use the hashtag Cisco Live EMEA. It's quite funny. I see Rob Boyd's turning around in my screen, but use that hashtag Cisco Live EMEA to share what you think with us. Also, make sure to use the emojis. But now we're going to go to the Innovation Talk, so we'll see you soon.